And it's getting colder, folks. And this is part 2 of Saturday's chat. And I tell a lot of people I do like the American Frontiersman. And it has a good article this month. It's about John Brown and the Free State of Militia of Kansas. Now, this was pre-American Civil War, and John Brown and his Beecher Bibles and his uniformed Free State Militia of Kansas went on a rampage, freeing the African Americans away from the Democrats. And at that time, a young colonel, later General Lee, came in there and squashed the rebellion. And we know what happened to John Brown. Okay? So if you're going to have a civil war, wear regular clothes. Don't dress up. Don't wear plates or gear or anything that could identify you either side. Because if you get caught by the feds or federal governments, either in the Articles of War or Geneva Convention, you're a terrorist group and they can legally shoot you down like a dog. Okay? Got another letter. And this one's from Reverend Christine. Go check out her Rumble and BeatShoot channel. They send a very nice card. And it's from Reverend Christine, very nice one. Okay. Now, why do I like American Frontiersman and the old black powdered stuff and Civil War and black powder and stuff? If we have to survive, depending on what climate I'm at, this is going to be mostly like this. And a lot of you people don't even ride a horse. Okay? Now, this is one of my favorite magazines because, yes, it covers flint and steel, but it also have good arguing about ferro rods and flint and steel, bow drill. That's good for making embers and sparks. But a lot of people, they don't study char cloth, they don't study fire cord, they don't study chaga, which is a mushroom. Each one has its own susceptibility to fire or to the spark. Fire cord was used on ships. It's a little hard finding tinder on a moving ship and you're trying to fire a cannon. So you use fire cord or matchlock cord. Okay? And it's usually on a wick. And in the movies, that's the movies. Nobody waving a torch. When you have loose black powder rolling around, you got powder monkeys jumping all over the place. That's in the movies. It doesn't happen in real life. They're very careful. You don't want to blow up by your own cannons. Getting old. I don't know if I want to take the shot for this evening early. I have to time it right because if I do it wrong, it screws up my blood chemistry. And I have 2 regular shots per day, and then I got the weekly shot. Real fun. Been watching Supercar and been catching up. Like, damn, they had sex on that puppet show in the 50s, and they used guns and machine guns, and they drank and gambled and went to motels. Did I miss a lot when I was a kid? Okay. My second book, because I've been watching a lot of the nice looking ladies making ramen dishes and stuff. They should all read this book. Make prison ramen. All right? And try not get shanked for it. Okay? That's a good book. And I'm trying to find this one. This is canned chicken and ramen, and it's called gallo de pollo, or chicken soup. Now it's a little hard because you don't have certain things to make the ramen correct, but it's in prison and you get the idea. So please check it out. And remember, folks, I read books all the time because it's nicer than watching the stupid things. And today we are singing and dancing. I hate that. I hate game shows. I hate video games. I prefer going around chopping people's heads off, but that's illegal and you can't do that. So, I like cooking. And this is the 4th time I got this book as a Christmas present. Okay? And this is the 2nd time that it's given to me by the same people who gave me the 1st time. I like this type of cooking. And, you know, and Matt was having a bad weekend, I know. But you can make cornbread, biscuits, corn poles, rolls, and breads once you learn how to do it correctly outdoors. And I have to agree with Matt and a few other people. You can, basically, your wash up and kitchen and buildings look like that. But you have to understand, the more primitive the cooking methods is, the harder you have to understand how to do it. And this is probably a typical Midwestern refrigerator. Okay? You always notice this RC Cola down there. I always love that. And then you have the porch. And you have people on the porch. You know, like I said, I'm a Southern boy. And you have to do things. And this is one of my favorite right here. Okay, remember I showed you how to make the cake? You could do the same cake right here. It's in the book. Like I said, I'm a Southern boy, folks. You damn Yankees. So I do recommend this book. It's a very easy read book. It shows you what you could do in the heart of America. And it tells people, if you're a pioneer in the old days, you had 2 choices. You had hardtack or you had regular flour. Flour was a big commodity and it was a valuable prize. Okay? You know, 3 things you had to save on the wagon. The coffee, the flour, and maybe that nice looking girl or gal or whatever. Those are the 3 things you save from a covered wagon from burning going off a hill or something else. All right, this is my book review. Okay, so I tell a lot of people it's a good idea to get a cookbook and read it. This is the basic one. If you're out in the Central States, East Coast, try to get this one. And all those people doing those TikToks about ramen, do a real version of ramen and have somebody with a shank right next to you, like, let's see you make this dish. Okay? That would be interesting on TikTok or YouTube. So check it out. And thank you for Christine for this lovely Christmas card. Because Uncle Alan's got to do a lot of stuff today. And I always love this next to the sorry. Getting old. The backwoodsman is the American frontiersman for 2 reasons. I used to do the mountain man stuff. And also I tell people it's a decent one for trapping. Okay? and that is river otter. Not bad, pretty nice, tastes good. My other favorite is bobcat. A lot of people don't eat bobcat, but I find it's fine. Very tasty. And people still freak out like, oh, like, Uncle Al ate bobcat? I'll eat anything. Okay, and they talk about guns, and they talk about Fort Leavenworth and John Brown and his bunch and the Kansas Free State Militia. That did not turn out well for John Brown and his followers. Okay, and they show you how they dress for John Brown's Free State Militia. Okay, and they used a lot of breacher Bibles, AK Sharps. Now remember, when John Brown did all this, you know, this is why I tell people get in reenactment groups. You could do the Civil War, you could do the Revolutionary War, you could do the Mountain Man phase. Okay? And study and learn all the techniques that they use. And also be careful of some of the stuff you should not use. It's like people like looking at me, why can't we do that? Well, lead poisoning tends to hurt. Or taking arsenic or cyanide. That's not a good situation, folks. Okay? And I tell a lot of people, there's a lot of good information in here. I'm trying to show you something. They also have a lot of DUI projects. It's getting cold, my hands are acting up. Now you can do a big game patch board. It's a board with a little shelf on it. Take a good look. So you can carry meat or a rack or whatever, and they'll tell you step by step how to do it. Okay? And a lot of us have a lot of tools and stuff like that. And they have a lot of things up to date and things do it yourself all pot. And then everybody has one of these, the wooden mug. You know, you could use this as a bowl or a cutting surface on the bottom. And a lot of my nephews are wondering, what do you mean use a clean cutting surface? There's rocks out here. This is the best example, and I had to show them. These are college-educated kids. You use the back end of the cup. That hurt. Okay, right here, this is my little wooden cup. You turn the cup over and you use this as a cutting surface. And then you throw it into the pot. Do not throw the cup into the pot. Okay? Really simple, not hard to do. It's not rocket science. Anyway, this is part 2. You have a nice weekend, folks. See part 1, where we're discussing about Guardian Prepper on his channel on Hardtack. Very good job. Like I said, Uncle Alan's getting older and more tired, and I've been watching a lot of these puppet shows, and like, damn, they smoke, drink, hang out, drive better cars than Uncle Al. You know, it's like, where the hell have I been? I'll see you later, folks. You have a nice night and Merry Christmas. Do something nice to your neighbors and friends. Help them out, like help them out clean the garage or backyard. Do something nice for the holiday season. Always say Merry Christmas. Send out to everybody, you know, even on YouTube, there's a lot of people would like to get a Christmas card. Okay? Think of the people in the hospitals. Think of the people in nursing homes. Think of the people who just had a horrible event happen to them. Send them something nice. And be kind to everybody. Long live the Republic. God bless everybody. And Merry Christmas. And I'll see you later. Bye, folks.